Welcome back to another episode of TVGP's We Roguelike It show where Moon and I are running a cult. Just like every week. just just not a what did you call your cult, by the way? Once you get to
The
name it.
Cult of the Lamb.
Okay. I called mine the Cult of the Sun. Wanted to give a
I
special
was
shout out
flattered.
to TVGP alumnus the Hannah, who named his cult The Ones Are Numbers, which is a very inspired choice. I
God
like that
damn
one
it.
a whole lot. Um,
That's pretty good.
yeah. Boy, my theme of the week for Cult of the Lamb is riding the struggle bus. Had a rough week this week, man.
Are you still having your crisis of faith too?
No, I squashed that very quickly. I sacrificed a couple of non-believers and squashed that problem very quickly.
This game is so inappropriate to talk about into microphones
It's
for the
really great.
record.
I'm very I put them on a fasting plan for 3 days, which helped, and then some guy came up to me with the red eyes and was like, "Meh, what are you all about?" And I was like, "Kill him." just, just, just immediately.
See, I have 3 stockades set up in
Mm,
my little cult thing, and it's not for grown-up reasons, it's for punishment reasons.
right.
Because I go to them and I chitter chatter in their ear every day until that goes down, and then eventually they turn around and help me because I just had my first 4 followers die of old age.
Yeah, I had a bunch die this week. I also really like that you put them in the stockades for re-education, which is
Uh-huh.
a really great and sinister term for that.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I also had a number of people die from old age this week. Um, and one of them, it was like the worst catastrophe. One of them died next to the like worship statue right in the middle, and
Uh-huh.
everybody is there, and all of them are like pooping and throwing up nonstop, and I can't get to the body to handle it because everybody's in the middle, like losing their minds and puking all over the place. I was like, I please need you all to like stop rubbernecking about this dead body and just go
Uh-huh.
somewhere else, please.
So
Um,
have you made anybody into meat yet after they die?
Oh, for sure, because I am tired of building pits for the dead bodies. So I'm just like, hey, look at that over there. Chop, 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 chop. I'm a very economical cult leader.
Yes, apparently.
Yeah.
No, I think I had one person go into the pit.
Hmm.
Every other time, I have sacrificed them for one method or the other. When I
Yeah.
did the daily rites, the stone commandment tablet thing,
Yeah.
for the sacrifice, I did the one that's ascend them to a higher plane of existence.
I like that one a lot.
Um, Me too. I also do like the vicious tentacles that come when you do just a regular old sacrifice.
So my favorite thing about the like tentacle sacrifice one is it comes out of the ground and it grabs them and they're freaking out until they have a moment of like clarity where they're like, yeah, I'm okay, and then like as soon as they're happy it pulls them into the netherworld. It's a really good piece of work. But
Hmm.
I'm very happy to hear that I'm not the only one where when I get back to camp and I see someone like hunched over with the cane, I'm like, sorry, man, it's your
Time to go,
time.
big bike. Hmm.
You want one last sermon, big buddy? Come on over.
Hey,
Get him.
in my defense, I'm literally ascending them to a new plane of
That's
existence.
right.
They're gonna live forever
That's
with the
right.
great balls in the sky.
They'll
Like
play
it's,
Knucklebones in heaven or wherever they're
exactly.
going. Yeah,
Probably not having considering where they came from.
probably not.
Uh-huh. But no, I think it's really I'm dealing with the management side a little bit better now.
Yeah, me too.
I'm torn
Hmm.
because okay, so the wood pit and the wood, the tree thing and the stone
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
How many do you have on the go at a time?
I try to keep two because I didn't realize that they run
They
out.
collapse.
Yeah,
I
and
learned that today.
I was like, man, that's all right. I guess I gotta. Because my problem is, I have zero problem getting stone. That is really not a problem. I have
Lumber.
no lumber ever at any point.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly the same. Like
Yep.
it's always the same thing. It's always lumber, and of course, everything needs lumber because it's all wooden
Right.
structures. So of course they all need lumber.
And when you're in the
I did.
dungeon and you get like a lumber path, that's great
It's
because
like
you get like
10.
25 in the second dungeon because like you can break up the houses and they give a bunch. Like that first room that has lumber in it is great. I love it. And I
Mm-hmm.
use it immediately.
Yep, because sleeping bags are lumber. The upgrade to the
Yep.
camping site is lumber.
Yep.
It's ridiculous. Everyone does finally have beds in my
Oh,
cult
good.
now, though.
Good. That
Which
makes a huge
how many
difference.
how many followers are you up to?
Oh, I think I have 15 or 16 at this point.
Okay,
Um,
because I think I just hit 13. And I
I,
did some rearrangement of my base and just moved
oh,
all of the
nice.
beds to the bottom right hand corner so that I can just ignore them.
Sure. Yeah, I have been getting a lot of money in the dungeon, so I've been talking to that spider guy that shows up in front of the four doors in the dungeon,
Yeah,
and he's like, "Oh, here's a guy for 30." And I'm like, "Yep, come on
Helob,
in."
Helob,
Helob,
dude.
yes, which is a really great name for that spider.
Uh-huh,
That's really good, like a non-litigious name for that spider.
uh-huh.
Um, but I've been buying a lot of people from him, which is great because purchasing more from him means I don't have to worry about choosing the person to save in the dungeon. I can go to a different path to get more materials, and I don't have to fight like what feels like 15 waves of dudes just to save this guy who looks like a deer and bring him back to my camp.
Yeah. And the no, it's gone. Oh, yes, that's what it was. Did you get the donation box?
I did. They've been giving me a lot of fish, which I sort of appreciate, I guess.
Oh, I'm talking about a different donation box. I'm not talking about the one for them. I still need to build that, to be honest.
Mm.
I'm talking about the one from your god.
Oh no. Maybe I haven't unlocked that yet. What's that one do?
It's a shop
Oh, where
where
you can
you
sell stuff
sell.
back? Yeah, I have that and I've been doing where's like cool, I got a bunch of minnows or something from the fishing spot because
Uh-huh.
I'm still trying to get a lobster so I can finish that quest. Um
Oh, I
and
got that, so that's good.
yeah, I got the squid yesterday, but not
Did you go there at nighttime yet?
I've been there kind of all throughout different periods of the day. I looked it up and it just says it's rare.
Yeah, next time you go nighttime, go to the end of the dock. Because
Ah, okay.
it's got a summon guy there, and if you feed him a fish, he gives you one of those red things.
Gotcha. Okay. Um
I did get the mushroom guy, by the way.
Oh, nice. I don't remember his name, even though he says it like four times every dialogue.
Souza?
Souza, yeah. I am about to finish his quest. He gave me a really handy, uh, not sermon, but like the
The ritual?
ritual. Yes, he gave me a really handy ritual I can use. Have you done that one yet?
I think that's my next step of his quest line
Okay.
is to perform that ritual.
Yeah, he gives you for 25 mushrooms, you just hypnotize your followers for like 3 days, and their faith doesn't move for those 3 days.
And then
And
they can potentially get very sick afterwards.
they usually do, but you know, pluses and minuses. Um,
Uh-huh.
Plus, thankfully, I have a really solid farm running now. And I have, I think, at least two people assigned to the farm. So I'm growing stuff like crazy, and I'm about to build a little manure pit to help them use that.
That's what I'm working on next because
Yep.
I had now finally have that refinery thing, which
Yeah.
this is the part of base management games that really bothers me most of the time. It's
Mm,
the refining the base materials stage.
right. You need 15 wood to create 5 wooden planks, so then you can make the manure farm. It's like, yeah, I get it. I also have no wood still, but you're asking me for more.
Uh,
Fine, I guess.
Also, should I build two of the refinery things just to be safe? How many more followers do I need to use?
Right.
Also, there is no place that tells you what all of your followers are doing, so I don't know who is assigned to what. So,
I've been playing a lot of Two Point Campus this past week, and I really appreciate that game's management views of just like X number of people are doing this, Y number of people are doing this. And it's like, I would really kind of like that unless I'm totally missing it. I really like that view of like these number of followers are worshiping. These number of followers are cleaning up poop and vomit around. These ones are chopping
Mhm.
wood. Like I don't have that mile high view of the overall health, not the health, because you have that in the upper left hand corner, but like the
I want a
responsibilities.
breakdown of what everybody's doing, so I know what to assign new followers to.
Right.
Because it's like I don't know what to do. Like, do the farms need help? Do the stone places
Right.
need
Do I
help? Like,
accidentally have 7 people scooping up poop? That is not a thing that I need to have happen.
exactly.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
That's a problem.
And for me on the other half of the game going to the dungeon, I don't know what was wrong with me this week, but I could not get a winning run to save my life, and every time I was getting up to the second boss, I was just getting completely destroyed. The first couple of runs, I got a little frustrated because I think my only criticism of this game for real so far has been I got the first 4 of those like red and purple things, so I got one of those like crown jewels or gems or whatever. Um,
Hmm.
and it wanted you to unlock your first cape,
Cloak.
cloak,
Yeah.
cloak. Um, so I picked the one where you take double damage, but you uh, do more damage the more enemies you hit without taking damage. And I was like, well, that sounds pretty great. I usually am running pretty clean runs when I go in the dungeon, so I'm not expecting you to get
Makes you
hit
one
that
of
often.
those.
Well, I was doing really, really well until I ran into that second boss who has like a massive and very fast stomp move. One shotted me. Because it landed on me and one shotted me, and I was like, well, I guess I'm not using that cloak anymore. Okay, bye.
That is also the one I unlocked, and that is also the one I immediately unequipped because it's like I take too many hits.
Yeah.
This is the Isaac problem where it's like, no, I can't do don't lose health runs. I just
Right.
can't.
And I'd be okay if there were more sources in the dungeon for you to either recover health or get more health. Because I'm running into a lot of tarot, the guy who runs the tarot card, who I love the design of.
Hmm.
I'm running into him a lot and getting solid cards, but I don't feel like there's a ton of options for me, unlike Isaac, to like pick between a couple of items and this one does damage or this one gives you an extra heart or something. There isn't that kind of option that I'm running into. Um, and maybe I just haven't upgraded my character well enough in the whichever tree upgrades your character like that. I think it's the one in the like church thing.
It's the sermon one. Yeah.
Yeah. Um but and part of that was just me of like I failed on the first boss twice because I like hadn't learned the specific attack to attack him during. But I got to get back in there.
Yeah. I mean, fingers crossed. Like with those upgrades from the sermon section, like I have found that it's a little bit. It's getting a little bit easier, especially now that I've unlocked it. Have you unlocked the necromorphic weapons yet?
I have the really is that the one with the little
It's so
ghost that
cute.
comes out?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's so cute with the tiny little ghosts, and it's just
it's
like,
really good.
boom.
I also just unlocked the other day the node for um weapon, like the next tier of weapons. So now I can get like level 8 and 9 weapons in there that are doing a ton of damage. That's some really good stuff.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I think that might be weapons 3 or 4. I think that's my next unlock in the sermons.
Yeah. Yeah, that one seems really solid so far. Um
Uh-huh.
yeah, it's Cult of the Lamb is weird cuz it hasn't been a game that I have been pulling me every day. It's not like I can't counting down the time until I'm done with my chores until I can sit down and play Cult of the Lamb. But every time I sit down, I'm like, this is what I would like to do for the rest of my day. Like I don't I'm
Yeah.
I'm not looking to fire it up, but when I do, I'm like, that's right. Cult of the Lamb is really good. Yeah, I could keep playing
Uh-huh.
this. Let's do that. So, I don't know. Cult of the Lamb is really good.
Yeah. It's cool. I still love the artwork. I love
Yeah.
the music is pretty solid. Like it's
Yep.
not nothing 100% stand out yet. But yeah, it's really good. I
Yeah.
like it so far.
I really like it. All right. That's it for the third week of Cult of the Lamb. Thanks for listening. We'll see you all next run. Bye.
Bye.